Good afternoon, kids. I hope your day is going well. Not much excitement happening yet at 6:41 in the morning here, but if I fall over all of a sudden, is that I thought I left my MacBook here at the school, but I must have it somewhere at home. So I'm using a laptop hooked. I can't mirror my laptop, so I have to wire it up. I got a cord here so that I can do that. But if I trip, it's because I tripped over the cord. But anyways, I'll get into this because during Marty's video, the phone went to less than 20%. I had my phone plugged in all night, but I thought I plugged it in. I could have not plugged it in, I guess. That's probably the issue because we don't have, I don't probably have much time left. So I'm gonna go, if this video dies halfway through, I'll upload what I have. So, all right. What's gonna happen today? We're gonna talk about this. I think we're gonna finish up agronomy. You're still gonna track, but I just think we need to move on. I mean, we've almost been into a quarter of this. I think it's time to move on to a new topic in agriculture. So there again, Fridays we're going to be talking about FFA. So tomorrow's video we're going to talk about something with FFA so that you guys can get an idea of something. But yeah, so we can get you included in this stuff. Planning and planning some activities. So, but I'm going to talk about that. I don't want to waste time just in case this got, I don't know how long this video is going to go. So, nice thing is it's kind of a sit and listen video today. I also have to go back and score all your work sometime today. Maybe, let's see what. I might have to go find my laptop because I do have parent-teacher conferences in Litchfield, Marion tonight. So I'll have to sit there and do hopefully I can upload and get on their internet. But anyways, we're talking about our grain futures market. It's trending positive for the most part. So I don't know if you sold any yesterday. If you sell some grain, sell some of your contracts, send it to me because I'll keep track on another form. What I plan to do, probably won't get to that till tomorrow, is I'm gonna make this big. Like, I'm gonna use the big roll-in printer, and I'm gonna print this, and then we're going to write on that. I'm gonna write on that so that we can keep track. So, as you can see here, they're trading right now. The only thing, right now, when we started on Monday, corn was at 541, okay? It's at 534, still lower. You would lose money if you were to sell some corn contracts right now in the way. I don't know, this afternoon, when you look at it, it could be a lot. It could be up past, above 541, but right now it's at 534.4, trending down. It's down. I would hold on. Don't get nervous yet. We're only on day 1, 2, 3. We're only on day 4. So when we were doing this with the other group of kids, when I was doing this with my agronomy, it trended down for a week. And then that second week, it went up. I mean, kids made a lot of money off the corn because all of a sudden it jumped up $20. And so don't be stressing about right now because we have 14 days to get this done. But we do go ahead and we look at number 2. My number 2 is soybeans. Soy is right now at $12 and is at $1,245, and we bought at 12. I think it says 35 on my sheet. Okay, again, that is almost $12.45. That is almost $10 more, you guys. You're $10 more per contract, which will equivalent out to more money. It's more than just $10, but just think, it's $10 difference. I'm not telling you, but when I wrote mine down, so I wrote mine down already for No, I didn't. I did not write it. Yesterday, I wrote it down at 12:46. Did not sell any yesterday. Okay. I think I'll wait a little bit to see what this trends. But at one point today, it was at 12:46. So, gosh, I don't know. I might, when 7th hour hits, I might go back and see, okay, I'm going to check soybeans. I might sell a couple of soybeans. I know some of you have sold some soybeans and sent me that photo, but yeah, I would look at that. So, and then we go ahead and we look at Chicago wheat. It's right now it's at 751. We bought it at 756. So, it's lower than what we bought it for. So, come back during 7th hour. I'm going to check to see if, okay, is it trending more? Again, I'm not stressed about that just because it is only day 4. So, but yeah, it's, look at it. Oh, where am I? Okay, now it's at 751. Okay, 751. So it's not that much lower, but I'm not going to stress about it too much yet. So if that's the case, we'll just go. I'm just going to leave it. But this afternoon, I might sell. I'm going to go back and look here. I might sell some soybeans just to make sure that we're selling some. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit here about, we've been talking about NPK, and you've been doing that. I remember today is one of those days that you need to record data, just like the height of it. But we also have to think about, as you can see here, I got some grow lights here. Got to bring you down to plant life level here. So if I'm bringing you way down. So we got these grow lights. Not a big, I like the grow lights. I think grow lights are very helpful, but you stare at that for a while, like your vision goes weird. So probably I'm just going to unplug this for right now, just so that we can look at some things. So we go ahead and we're going to take a look at some NPK deficiencies. Okay, so we've tested soil about NPK. You've collected some data. You're collecting data with fertilizer, saying, okay, what's what method works the same. In the end, I'm going to be honest, the methods probably you won't have any type of change in there. But anyways, we look at, so these were outside, but now we've brought them in just because they've been inside for a few weeks now. So just because it does get a little cooler at night, and some of the critters, are starting to come back, and they've been eating on them. When I mean my critters, rabbits. Pretty soon we'll start seeing deer out there. So sometimes we'll be setting out our trail camera pretty soon. But anyways, if we look at some of these here, so this right here is canola. Should have a couple canolas here. So this is what canola looks like. Okay. Don't see it very often down here. You'll see it a lot more up in the northern part of North Dakota. Canola is one of those crops. 90% of the nation's canola is actually grown in North Dakota. It's still a good crop to grow. It used to be a huge money maker. Like, they sell it by the pound. You sell it by the pound because the seeds are extremely small. Sometimes you're getting $20 to $30 a pound when you sell it. Very good. All right, so we're talking about a little bit about NPK, and we're talking about deficiencies. And we also got to look at here. I spray it. You also have to check your wheat. Like, we have something eaten on here, and this is since we've brought in. I got rid of. I had a set of plants that had a bunch of bugs in them. I did go ahead and had to destroy that set of plants because that's where the bugs came in. So they were eating on this. So that's where we're having some issues. I did spray some pesticide on there. I've noticed it has helped some of the plants that I've done that. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit about NPK. So NPK, there are certain things to look for when it comes to NPK deficiencies each one. Nitrogen off them at the bottom. If you look here, nitrogen off them. The bottom leaves, so you're looking down in here, are turning yellow. Okay, we have some yellow. If we're looking, if we're looking at the top is green, but then we get down in there. I don't know how well the camera can pick it up. Oh, the camera's over here. So if you look down in there, it is turning yellow. So that means is that we have some nitrogen deficiencies in here. So we have gone ahead and added some fertilizer to all of the plants here. So we have that issue. A lot of times with nitrogen deficiency, the plants just look a little wilted. That's probably a good word to be using. And this canola plant is feeling, I'm just seeing how well it's watered well. So sometimes if plants aren't watered, they go through some NPK deficiencies. These are watered quite well. So it's just not, and at the same time, this canola plant is a little bit more healthy. Okay, it's just, they didn't plant as many seeds. As you can see, the leaves are a little bigger. It's not as, you can't really tell, it's not as yellow down in here, but this right here, when you have the whole leaf turning yellow like this plant has some potassium deficiencies. So, lost my train of thought. Potassium deficiency. So you notice that I'm not really talking about phosphorus deficiencies. Phosphorus deficiencies, the plant's going to turn like a purple. Okay, I have none of these are suffering from any type of deficiencies. And we got our buckwheat. This is what, if you've ever seen buckwheat, this is what buckwheat looks like. Okay, but yeah, buckwheat is growing pretty well. There is really nothing wrong with the buckwheat. So there's really no deficiencies. Well, we got some oats over here. And honestly, on what day did we talk about? Tuesday, I'm gonna put the canola back over here. Okay. So on Tuesday, we were talking a little bit about, in agronomy class, we were talking a little bit about the NPK deficiencies. As you can see here, we get down in here. This one had some potassium deficiencies, and this has bugs in it too. We're gonna have to pretty soon destroy all the plants and start fresh again. The oats were looking pretty pathetic, but we put some fertilizer on there. I think the oats, this is Peyton Leguine's. She did the GPS where she went right. Hers is coming back fairly. This was pretty much all just leaning over and not very healthy. It leans over a little bit because as you can see, you might be able to see her soil levels right here. When you try to tell, I don't know, I told the kids to fill their pots. Maybe this is full for her. You fill your pots because at the same time, the roots are probably just a big ball of mess down there, and as the plant grows, it can't really support it. So, if I had more of this, so some of it's because the plant can't hold itself up because there's not enough soil. But anyways, hers is coming back better. This was looking really pathetic on Monday, but it's really have come back. This might be, some of the names are, like this one here had a little bit of potassium issues, but again, the oats, this is what oats looks like. It looks very much like wheat as it grows, is coming back quite well. Now I gotta show you some of this. So with your containers with the containers here. I'm gonna bring you down some more. I gotta see if I can bring you. Oh, I can't even bring you all the way down. So, well, might have to do it this way. Can I do it this way? Get you. Here we go. I'll bring you down to where these counters are like kindergarten size. Remember, this was an elementary school. So we're looking at. So this is similar to what you guys have over there. We just have all three sitting on a little loop. As you can see here, we got some And this, I don't know if we can bring this back. I mean, we've been trying. It's been fertilized. As you can see, you got down here. You got down in here. We have some major deficiencies going on. Most likely nitrogen deficiencies. Just because this is wheat. No, this one looks like barley. And this one, let me see what's here. I can look at the seeds, because not all the seeds. Yeah, this is wheat. This is both wheat. Okay, so this is wheat. So we got some wheat. Wheat needs a lot of nitrogen. And our containers probably just can't keep up, because look at how, they overfill here. And some of them were a little different too, because, for example, the middle one, I mean, even though the middle one is what we call ideal soil, one of them is heavy clay, and one of them is heavy sand. So like sandy soil, clay soil. If I go over here, like for example, if I come over to this, because I just have 2 sets just because I have a lot of kids in the class. This one right here is a sandy soil, where this one right here is a clay soil. It's hard to tell. It's such a... And here's our ideal soil right in here. I always do the middle as ideal. You guys just have ideal soil in yours. So, but yeah, it's some issues there. Soil type, soil type plays a factor when it comes to NPK and so on. So, these have been fertilized, but I don't know. I just think I'm just going to wait a little bit, because what I'm doing is the same thing with yours. You're going to eventually do a soil experiment with it, and we need good roots to be growing down here. So the top doesn't matter so much. We won't get any crop out of this. And at the same time, we don't have the roots probably no longer support the top, just because it's getting top heavy. As the plant grows, you want the root also needs to grow so that they balance out. Just can't grow that much. So you guys did a little better job of, like, they overloaded their seed. And so, but yeah, and then we got some, this is Peyton Peterson's. She's growing some flax in hers. Oh, she's got bugs in hers too. So yeah, pretty soon we're just going to have to sorry about that. I think that didn't do anything. I'm down to 10% on my phone. So pretty soon we're just going to have to destroy these, just because the bugs that I had carried over into the other plants, which is fine because we're almost done with it. Some of these kids want their plants to seed out so they can know what the crop looks like, especially the buckwheat, because kids never seen it. And then I just started some corn over here. So corn in pots. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much it for today. We'll start a new topic on Monday. Tomorrow will be FFA topic day. So, and we're going to watch our crops. We can go back. I'm going to have to adjust. I have to look at your guys' schedule, because one of those days, like we here at the center, we do have school on October 21st, but I don't know if your school does. So I have to go back and look at your school schedule to see what they have. Valley City, that 4-day weekend, they only have a 3-day weekend. So, but anyways, we'll see you tomorrow. I think my phone's going to die. And so we'll see you tomorrow.